and go for it.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Link Cable Gaming Podcast. So this is episode number 29. I don't have enough fingers to make that happen, but 29, imagine that. So hi everyone, I'm your host Alex. I'm joined today by Kevin, Mike, and Zahi. Hey guys, it's been a while.
Hey,
Hello.
it's been a while.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we took a couple weeks off with all the holidays and just wanting to get back into the swing of things now. So yeah, here we are.
Spend time with my family.
Yeah,
There you
spend
go.
time with my family, whom I don't live with and do not visit because of the
Right.
quarantine.
Yeah, same.
Top of the list.
Yeah. But yeah, we're back. It's honestly feels great to be back. So yeah, how have you guys been? You guys get up to anything crazy?
Been
Not
pretty
really.
boring, to be honest. Outside of the video gaming world, it's been kind of boring. I've spent the holiday at home. I didn't do much outside of be at home. I picked a friend up from the airport. That was a big trip for me.
Wow.
It was like a 45-minute drive. That's the furthest I've been away from my house in almost a year.
Fun.
So that was pretty crazy. And I didn't even leave the car, so that was fun. Yeah. How about you guys? Anything else more exciting?
I go on a drive.
I don't know. Did I go on a drive longer than 45 minutes? Maybe I did. I
went
don't
on
know
the
if I did,
freeway.
actually.
That's how big it was. I was like, I'm getting on the freeway. I
Yeah, nothing really too crazy for me.
You know, I don't even remember the last time I was really on a highway.
isn't that crazy?
Like, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been at least a year for me.
I have
Jeez.
gas in my
February,
live in the middle of
car.
nowhere?
I drove.
I have the last time I filled my car up was the day after Halloween, so I think it was November 1st.
Oh my
Are you
god.
kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. I drive that.
Jeez, you guys
little.
all live in the middle of nowhere?
I just don't drive. I don't go
What?
anywhere.
No, I live in the middle of a city. I've got, if I want something, I can go get it.
I guess that's fair.
If the store's open.
I'm always on the highway.
The last time I was on a highway was February, like late February of last year, when I went from where I'm at, like further out east. So yeah, it'll be coming up on a year, and I don't even remember what a highway looks like.
Do you remember how to
Mhm.
drive?
Yeah, well, actually,
Every day I get in the car, it's a little
I-
scary.
I had to rent a pickup truck a few weeks ago to pick up a new couch. And so, yeah, I do remember how to drive because I did not crash the pickup truck.
Wow.
So, there's that.
I kind of think
There's
about
that-
like I forget how to drive
Wonderful.
because I went and picked up Thai food for dinner tonight, and I'm like, I don't think I've driven in like a week. I'm like, what am I doing? Do I go too fast? It's kind of freaking me out, but I successfully made it home with my dinner.
I just put new headlights in my car yesterday. So I got LEDs, which are nicer because they're like the brighter white lights. So that's exciting for me. And I replaced the rear windshield wiper in it too. Things are really looking up on the old Grand Cherokee.
Yeah. The old Grand Cherokee. At least
Wow.
it's alive. It's barely making it through this.
So since,
I took a nice little holiday off from school and work, and I've done absolutely nothing but game, Cheetos, and wine.
Cheetos.
So it has been a fantastic like 2.5 weeks off of no school or work. So I enjoyed the hell out of that.
yeah,
Not bad, man. I
that,
think I had Cheetos yesterday.
So,
Oh, I hate Cheetos. You guys actually like
Is-
Cheetos?
Who doesn't like
Delicious.
Cheetos? The hell's yours?
Cheetos are they're okay.
No,
They're like a once a year thing.
no, they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Ew.
Yeah,
The
man.
crunchy
rather
ones,
have
the puffed
Doritos.
ones are alright too, but no, Cheetos are really, that's where it's at. Cheetos and Sprite.
Cheetos and Sprite.
Ah,
What the hell?
delicious.
What kind of
I don't know.
combination
It
is
sounded,
that?
sounded good in my mind.
That's
Sprite's good too.
man.
Don't we
I'm
gonna
with
tell me
you
you
on
don't like
that.
Sprite too? Yeah.
I mean, Sprite's fine.
Yeah, Sprite's okay. It's not like
Oh god.
no. I like my dark colas. I'm a Coca-Cola guy.
I'm a straight up Coke Zero with cherry kind of guy, so that's where it's at.
Oh,
Coke
That's a good
maybe
one.
not the
That's a
zero,
really good
just
one.
the Coke cherry.
Uh,
Cherry Coke, vanilla Coke. Oh,
Oh, that's the good stuff. That's the real
so
good.
good.
I'm enjoying.
That's the
I like
good
cherry
stuff,
Pepsi
man.
better.
And I swear, listeners, I swear, we'll talk about games at some point. But I am currently enjoying a nice, refreshing glass of water.
Oh, I got the same thing, a Sam's Club
Wow.
water
Come-
bottle, because I can't.
Cheers.
Oh,
I
fancy.
filled up my
Cheers,
water bottle and I carried it
Alex.
around with me and I lost it. So now I have to get
Oh.
a plastic water bottle.
We should just get like a
Just
wine
kill the
bottle for the
environment.
show, or
Just
like
killing it.
champagne. Just fucking cork it.
Every podcast.
Celebration 2021, baby.
Okay. So
Fry
outside
my
of
computer up. Yeah.
all of us gaining a few pounds, eating Cheetos and etc., I guess we could go around
a
talking
few.
about what games we played. It sounds like we've all at least had some gaming
Yeah.
time since we've had nothing else going on in our lives. Who wants to
Oh,
go
yeah.
first today?
I'll go since everyone's so.
I'll kick it off.
You kick it off.
So, you know,
Yeah.
I was gonna
Okay,
say
I was
Alex
just-
always goes last. First
Yeah.
for once.
Mike, you're
Alright,
sounding a little robotic too. So while he's talking, maybe you can look and see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like every 5 seconds you'll go robot and then you go back to normal.
I think it's something in my headset.
I'm gonna see like some feature he's trying out for the new year. He's like,
He's,
I'm
he's
Mike
testing out his
Cyborg.
Batman voice. It's his Batman voice. He just like clicks in and just modulates for him.
Oh god. All right,
Seems like a
Alex,
feature.
Mike.
tell us about your
All right.
exciting game life you've had over the last 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, so it's not anything new, but I have dove back hardcore into The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yes, I love that.
Nice.
Played the game, finished it back when it was new. Like it was obviously one of my first Switch games. I'm playing it on the Wii U though, but it's neither here nor there. But anyway, so I dove back in because I wanted to get finally 100% completion in this game. I never finished the DLC. I'd started it and like got most of like the hidden stuff.
There's DLC
Yeah, there's
for
DLC.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, there's 2 DLC.
I thought
packs
it
for
wasn't good. Is that true or is that?
It's
They were
fine.
good. They were
Just-
fast.
It's more like it's more of what's already in the game. It's like, oh, here's like I think you get like 16 more shrines and like hard mode, but like a bunch of cosmetics. You get tons of costumes and stuff.
New
like that,
masks
so-
and stuff.
Yeah, like you can get Majora's Mask, which is really cool.
Oh really?
It doesn't do anything, but it's just really cool.
Oh, that's...
But I did all that, and then I finally found every single Korok seed. So that actually took me a really long time. I was using. Yeah, I'm really proud. I don't know if proud's the right word, but I feel accomplished with it.
accomplished.
It's done. I'm never doing it again.
That's
I'm never
I
doing it
would
again.
never want to. There's over like 900 of them. I would never do that.
How in the world
I would
did you
never
do
even do that to start. Alex, your dedication is
How many
is
hours
really, you know,
does this take you?
So my
Alex is a jam.
I checked my save file because one of the nice things about the Wii U is that it actually one of the very few nice things about the Wii U, it actually has like down to the minute how long you've played this game for. And Breath of the Wild is at my 100% finished file is about 230 hours.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
That's
it's not too bad. Then it was fun. I went back and I compared it to because I played Twilight Princess on the Wii U, I played Wind Waker on the Wii U, and those were 100% finished too. And it was like Wind Waker was like 25 hours, Twilight Princess was 40 hours, and I was like, oh, there's the next Zelda game. It's 230 hours.
You spent
still only
200
like-
of those finding the Korok seeds, so that's why.
Basically. Well, the Korok seeds. So I didn't find them all myself. Like I did use a map at one point that I was like.
Oh, you have
I think I
to.
found
You
about
have to cheat with
700
those.
on my own, and then the last like 200 of them, I just kind of was like, I had a map and I was cross. All right, I already got this one, but I don't have that one, and I was just kind of
What's the
through it that way.
benefit for getting all these? I'm kind of a noob with
the
Breath of the Wild, so-
satisfaction.
Oh,
The benefit
Yeah,
is the
there's none.
satisfaction.
My
of having them
favorite.
done well.
so
Yeah.
AKA nothing.
No, well, you get so
Nothing.
basically spoilers. This game's 4 years old now, so it's not really a spoiler. But like spoilers, Korok seeds are just Korok poop. Like they're
Yep.
that's what it is. It's the game is like, oh, these smell pretty funny.
So you spent 300 hours collecting turds? This is what you're telling us now?
Yes, 100%.
Oh dear
That's all I
lord.
did. And then the prize you get is a giant golden Korok turd. And I'm very happy I have it. It's just to have. And yeah, it's on there. So it's done now. I've finished Breath of the Wild. Like, I think actually technically I still have. If I really wanted to get 100% like completion, I would have to max out all the equipment, like because you can upgrade it 4 times. Almost every piece of gear in the game you can upgrade several times.
So you're doing that now?
But no, I don't know, because it's like all the DLC gear. Well, not the DLC gear, but like the amiibo gear. Like if you scan like your Wind Waker amiibo, you'll get like Link's hat from the Wind Waker and stuff like that. They all need one specific material that is. It's just grinding. Like it's just grinding to try to get it. There's no nice way to farm it. You just have. It's the star pieces, like the shooting stars. And you just have to every night, if you were lucky, you can find one. And I know there's tricks and stuff, but that just doesn't. See, I'd rather collect shit than do that. So
Okay.
In-game shit. But yeah,
It took me a while to get
going back to Breath. Going back.
How many spoilers there? 4 years old.
Yeah. Also, like, how crazy is it that Breath of the Wild is 4 years old, or is about to be 4 years?
It's kind of
Isn't
weird.
it weird?
Like,
It's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I
That-
remember getting
Yeah,
that.
it feels like Breath of the Wild came out last year.
mhm.
No, I
Yeah.
never played it.
That's a
Going
big shame.
back to it has been really, like, it fits like a glove. Like, it is still a nice game to play.
Does it age well?
Yeah, 100%. It ages extremely well. It has aged extremely well.
I feel like all Zelda games
There's
really
just
do.
something like really nice about my favorite parts of Breath of the Wild are when you're just kind of walking somewhere you've never been before, and it's just like
Your
the
weapon
game is
breaks?
quiet.
Oh, wait.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Oh, the weapon breaks. No, because if you do all the DLC, you upgrade the Master Sword all the way, and it barely breaks ever.
It never
after that.
breaks. It never breaks. Yeah.
Oh, I've had it like lose energy, even like fully maxed out, but it recovers in like 2 minutes. So
Do you-
it's like,
do-
what's the point?
Oh, really?
Really
I thought it
quick
never
question
did.
for you
Huh.
two Zelda people that are hardcore at this. The sequel that's coming out, do you think the breakable weapons is going to be in there again?
Of course.
Ah, damn.
It's a sequel
Yeah.
to a game that had it.
Yeah, but you got
It'll
a
have a lot
Master
of
Sword
the
at
same
the end. Why
mechanics.
would you want to go backwards?
Well,
I
we'll
think
see.
they'll,
We'll
I
see
think
how
they'll fine tune it.
They probably fine tune something like that. I heard a lot of people complain about the weapon breaking. Like when I was reviewing Immortals: Phoenix Rising, one of the big ways Ubisoft, because Breath of the Wild is a huge inspiration, but the weapon damage over time breaking was not a feature they enjoyed. So in their game, they completely removed the weapon breakage feature. So I don't know if like they would fix it in the future, but maybe they tweak it.
In that game, they joke about it
Yeah,
because it's narrated.
They do.
And your main character, whoever you, because you can be a guy or girl or whatever you want to be, and they go, "Oh, what if it breaks?" And they go, "Oh, why would it break?" And they just like make fun of it, and I love it. It was so funny, whatever they said.
Honestly, like maybe because like the weapon durability thing, like if you don't have that, it doesn't work in Breath of the Wild, because like just the way the game is structured is all about like, finding whatever you can in the moment to help you in that situation.
Yeah,
I'm okay with them breaking. It just
gets
maybe
annoying.
a little less, maybe a little bit better
Yeah,
durability.
it need to be a
Yeah,
little
Like
more.
give me
Yeah.
25% more life on these things because it would die so fast.
fast.
It was just
Is
so
there
annoying.
can you do like anything to make it so that weapons break less, like certain builds or
Yeah, don't hit
features,
stuff.
or is
No,
it-
there's nothing.
There
Yeah,
are some
use all of them
weapons
once.
There are some weapons that have like better durability. You'll find they have like a little diamond icon beside them. They break less, but they will break eventually.
Mm.
Sucks.
But yeah. Going back to Breath of the Wild, it's been really fun. That game holds up. It's all I played over the last 2 weeks. Like, well, I've been streaming Kingdoms of Amalur. If you guys are keeping an eye on
Yeah,
our
I've been
YouTube
seeing
channel,
it, yeah.
but
Yeah, how far are you
yeah,
getting in that?
that's also fun.
I see you're on stream 9.
I'm
I
about-
think of it.
Yeah, I'm on stream number 9. I played 2 hours
Nice.
last night.
That game is pretty damn long.
But
It's way longer than
I am not
Don't
going
quit,
to finish
Alex.
it anytime soon. No, I won't quit. I really like the game, but I'm not going to finish it anytime soon. So last night, the entire stream was me doing the last part of the Maid of Windermere quest. So where you are like, I don't know if you guys have played this game, but well, I know you did, Kevin. But the quest is you are being you were writing your own song. I know it kind of sounds a bit strange, but like these songs are the stories that this
The ballad.
yeah, your ballad, like it's your heroic tale, and you're writing your own chapter in it. And because of some crazy corruption, the classic songs have been corrupted. So now you're kind of redoing them. But yeah, so it was basically a boss gauntlet. I went through it, like had to fight like 15 bosses. I only got 3 game overs, which is really embarrassing on stream. But I was it's an easy game, I find, to get to both cheese an enemy and get cheesed by an enemy. If you get like on a wall and they just keep attacking you, you can't really break out of that easy, and then you could do the same to them. Like if you go back and watch the stream, the final boss of this area, I just kind of pinned them up against the wall and was just beating at them, and they couldn't do anything because I kept stunning them. So it was
Awesome.
I mean, they killed me twice until I figured out the trick to beat them is to completely cheese the fight.
Do you have the DLC for that?
No, I don't.
Okay, yeah, the DLC. Because I don't know if you guys remember, I was complaining about. I didn't know it was DLC when I was trying to review it, and the DLC is enormous, and it was a lot of fun. You're in this like giants area, and you have to like do all these weird quests in sewers and stuff. It was pretty neat, but I didn't know if they. You're just playing with the standard version then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I
On
think
an Xbox 360.
Oof.
Wow. I mean, Kingdoms of Amalur is a, and I say this on stream like every time. Kingdoms of Amalur is a new and like it was a recent, or sorry, it released late enough in the lifespan of those consoles that it doesn't look horrible. Like
Yeah,
it was
it
a
doesn't look
2012 game.
terrible.
Like it looks fine.
it kind of looks like it looks like Warcraft is what it looks like. World of Warcraft. It looks just like it.
Yeah, actually, like I thought there was a lot of parts.
Yeah.
Like, they just took this from World of Warcraft, didn't they?
I have the same thoughts about Halo 4. Halo 4 released really late into the 360's like develop life cycle, and Halo 4 looks fantastic. Like I even played it on the Xbox Series X, and even though it's a 360 game, but because it launched so late into the console's life, it is gorgeous. So I can feel that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my last 2 weeks then. It was been Breath of the Wild with a bit of Kingdoms of Amalur sprinkled in. Oh, actually no, I'll save this for later. I don't want to talk about this, so like please move on. But I may be falling in love with Final Fantasy 11. Like I kind of really like this game now.
Did
Wow.
it happened?
Yeah, but I'm saving that for
God.
later. You'll see what I've got planned for that. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned at the top of the hour.
All right, Sahi, what about you?
All right, who wants to go next?
I want to hear about Destiny a
So,
little bit.
oh god, there's
'Cause
been
I-
so much Destiny.
Because
So
I
everyone-
installed it on my
I'm
Xbox
just-
Series X, and I haven't played it yet, but I do want to play it.
Oh my god, come
keep-
play it with
I
me
keep
right
seeing
now.
videos. It looks so good, so I just installed it, and
Dude.
I have no idea
Oh,
if my
oh my
save
God.
file transferred because I started on PS4 and then I moved it to PC, and then I haven't even tried to because I think I have
there-
to do something.
There's something you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you sign in, you'll be able to link your character. But so the past like I guess couple of weeks, I've been enjoying like a lot of the winter events.
Mhm.
So Destiny had a huge winter event that totally ended up sucking balls at the end. I don't know if anyone heard of it, but it's the Dawning event. So we were supposed to get a really nice present. The funny thing was that by playing the game, you generate something. You would generate something called Dawning Essence, and there was a community goal to get like the final tier prize, which was like an exotic weapon or what's it called, armor piece. And the community, there was no way with the standards that Bungie set was going to make it. So on the last week, they tripled all rewards. And it turned out the gift was like just really bad, but the
Was it
news
Korok
about
poop?
it was
it
it was worse. It was like it was really bad stat rolled armor. So everyone was like, "What the hell?" Like I got an exotic piece and a legendary piece of gear, and they were like, "I just don't get it," but in the low 60s, and I'm like, "How is that going to benefit me or anyone else?"
Dude,
So,
in addition
it
to
was-
gear, like, so my mindset of games like this is just, I know I play WoW and that's very different type of game, but like, do you literally only have one character? Or do you roll like alts and stuff with different classes, or do you just like stick with that
Heck
one?
no.
Okay, that was a dumb question.
I roll all my no. So it's really so Destiny right now with like the size of it, it's really hard to like really run 3 characters right now, and I have one of each class.
Mhm.
So I just finished pretty much everything for my main character, who's like who's my warlock, during the break, and I feel like the only thing I haven't really done right now is the new raid, but the process of getting up to level to be to that raid has been a huge challenge. The big problem I find with Bungie's design philosophy is you have to like grind your gear up to a certain level to be able to do that.
Mhm.
And it's like level grinding, and it's not really fun. It's not really like incentivized. Like I wish there was something better and a better way to do it. But the content in which you grind up levels is really fun. And right now, I'm more interested in Destiny's story than pretty much anything else, because I feel like Bungie is doing what they wanted to do right now, especially with the Beyond Light DLC in terms like of narrative. Like if it feels really like single player story campaign, and it makes me go back and think that I think Bungie had always really wanted your focus on like a really strong single player narrative, but Activision and Microsoft at the time were like, no, we want like the online thing. That's what gets all the kids, back in like, the mid 2010s. So I feel like they're right now in a really good spot where it's the story is great, but like kind of things to do is not my favorite, or I guess the way you level and grind isn't so much as important.
With all
the
this,
story.
are you still spending like a ton of time playing, or are you kind of checked out a little bit and not playing too much Destiny?
So right now, I'm like 10 levels away barely from hitting the seasonal cap. And I think once I do that, once I get like all the armor and stuff, and I make sure I get like my titles, and oh, you played the season here, you're awarded the Conqueror title. I think after that, I'll be probably done until next season.
Okay.
Because what they're doing is like these really big like content drops,
Mhm.
and then like sprinkling little bits here and there, to keep you on to the next big like thing.
Yeah, that's kind of how WoW's doing it, where it's like week after week, there's like
Yeah.
new stuff they're doing. So, it's been a couple months almost. I can't remember, when did Shadowlands come out? Beginning of November, was it? So it's been
I think
a
it was
little
later in
while.
November.
Yeah, I think so, Ian.
And
Wait, I don't remember
when
anymore.
did it come out? Yeah, it was
November.
November
Sometime
something.
in November.
It was the week. I think it was the week of Thanksgiving,
it's
so it was
been
the end
already.
of November. But every
Yeah.
week, I like every Tuesday, the stuff resets. We get all new stuff, and I'm just excited for
Yep.
Tuesday. It's a
Yep.
race for me to get all my stuff done, and I haven't slowed down at all playing WoW. I played every day. I'm probably gonna play a little bit before I go to bed. I'm gonna play tomorrow, and I've got stuff to do. I got a raid to try to catch up on. So it's like, is that how Destiny is doing the same stuff, kind of like WoW, where it's like every week there's new things, or is it kind of there's a lot of stuff right now?
Yeah.
And then... Okay.
Yeah, very much so. But I think that Destiny's content drops are not like Shadowlands. When was the last time a DLC came out for World
Oh,
of
it was
Warcraft?
2
What was
years.
it? Battle for Azeroth.
A
Yeah.
couple of years
Mhm.
ago.
So Destiny has those big annual releases, and then there's a lull throughout the year of like trickling things. So it's getting to the point of the end of like the real big trickle. The next season is gonna come out, and that's becoming the real big issue right now, especially playing every season, which is about 3 months, so 90 days. All your armor and power just gets dropped right back down. So it's like, it makes it annoying to have to regrind up to that same point literally only 90 days later. Like it's not an enjoyable when you're at my level, Kevin, of like the game, it's not like your casual mid streamers,
These high class, hardcore Destinyers.
dude. Yeah,
Destinyers.
it's just there's so Destinyers, right now, today actually I found out. But this week has been the return of the Iron Banner, or if you guys have ever heard the Iron Banana.
Mhm.
It's like Destiny's really high end PvP mode, and it comes by like once a month. And I have because it gives powerful rewards that really help you level up. I got all my characters up to max level, like raid level ready, and I've just been slaying in PvP right now. My friend checked my score today, just today. He found out that I'm in the top 5% of players based on my ELO, and I was like,
Wow.
"What?" I nearly like freaked out. I'm at four.
Really good. That's amazing.
I'm at 4.8%. I was like, "There's no way." So for proof, I will send it to our group chat, even though you guys won't appreciate to the level of that I am. But being at 4.8 like worldwide for PvP and Destiny is a really good feeling right now. I'm enjoying it.
Nice.
The crown's
dog.
being fitted as we speak.
I will wear the chapeau. Thank you. Just like
Gosh.
tip. But how about you guys?
Outside of Destiny, or was that your only game you played? Your hardcore
No.
determined-
I took so much on Destiny. I wanted to pick just one and highlight it mostly.
All right, that's fair. I can go. As you guys were talking, I was like making a list on the side, thinking like, oh yeah, I played this, and someone mentioned something. Oh yeah, I played this. So I can't remember if I mentioned, but did I tell you guys I finally finished Far Cry 4? I don't remember if that was.
Congrats.
I think that was
Nice.
right. I think right before our last
Nice.
episode, I was finishing it. I'm done. I started Far Cry 5 a little bit, playing some of the co-op with a friend. It's a little disappointing because it doesn't carry over. So for him, he was in my game. I'm playing through stuff, and then when he goes back to his game, it just doesn't save. He has to do it all again. So that kind of is stupid in my opinion. Then decided to play the Ghost of Tsushima, that game, and I tried out the co-op stuff. Has anybody played that?
No, I haven't played it
that
since
in a
I
while.
reviewed it, which I probably should.
Yeah, it is
Well,
like a whole.
played the updates. I mean,
It's like an entirely different game. It's separate than the camp. It's nothing to do with the campaign really at all. It's like you log in. There's a tutorial. There's four classes. There's a healer kind of, a assassin, a guy who's mostly bow and arrow range, and then like a swordsman. And you pick a class, you level it up, you get gear, kind of Destiny style, where it's like you get bonuses and upgrades and rares and epics and etc. And you play through story missions that are separate than what the actual story is. It's like its own story. It has like 10-ish levels, and then they have a handful, maybe 5-ish of like these like survival, which are like horde mode. And you work with these guys to capture zones, and then as you capture zones, guys will respawn, and you can buy stuff and do that. And it's pretty fun. It's way more than I thought it would be for a free update. So I played a good amount of that. Then I jumped into Immortals Phoenix Rising. I played a little bit of that.
Mhm.
I definitely like it better than I like Breath of the Wild, but I think the only reason why I like it better is because of the weapons don't break. I don't think I mean, the universe stuff, like the world it's in, is pretty neat, but it's not as, it's not Zelda, and I do like the whole
Engaging.
Link and Hyrule world stuff. I think is pretty neat. I'm only like 2 or 3 hours in, and the world is so massive, I'm kind of wandering around a lot, which is good because it's kind of fun to see, but it's also bad because I kind of want to progress the story and, don't spend 200 hours collecting turds.
I had the same problem.
It's like I never know where I'm supposed to go, and I look on the map and there's a billion things, so it's a little overwhelming.
So that's actually one of my biggest criticisms of that game. It's so bad. I hate. So Cyberpunk does it in droves. Like Cyberpunk has like clothes shops, and it's like you don't even need them. You can't even see the clothes you're gonna wear before you buy them. Anyways,
Ooh,
I hate. That was a trigger. Sorry.
I see that.
In Immortals Phoenix Rising, Ubisoft, I feel like it's so annoying that it's a big map, and there's like 50 icons literally in like a pinprick of an area. It's overwhelming. I feel like Breath of the Wild, how even mechanically, I think the weapon breaking, maybe I would have minded that if I really got into like the physicality of like the gameplay mechanics, but just I feel like exploring in the world of Breath of the Wild is phenomenally better than what
I
I've
agree.
been having with Immortals. Just because the map is so overfilled. It's like, but I don't want to explore it anymore.
Yeah, it's just
you
like
know?
you take 4 steps and there's already something to see. And it's not I don't know if it's a bad thing, but it's just a little it's just too much. It feels like it's oversaturated and it's like, no, there really wouldn't be something this close to the next thing. It's like they probably didn't want somebody to get bored. I could kind of
Ubisoft,
assuming,
like,
but yeah, it just seems a little bit much.
Like
It
that
doesn't
Ubisoft bleh
I
fill
don't
up on-
I
on
don't
the-
think
on the
it
map.
affects me not liking the game. This is just like side note because I have been enjoying it. I did remap the controls though because I did not really care for the use the trigger buttons as you're fighting, like you're swinging your light and heavy attack. And I read a Kotaku article that talked about this guy who re-switched everything around and he made it like I'm playing on PlayStation, so it's square and triangle as your light and heavy attack, like a lot of games are, and it has really changed how I play, and I really enjoy it better that way. So
Oh, yeah.
moving on
So
to
the triggers.
go on,
Oh,
sorry.
I was gonna say the triggers to attack. That's a very Ubisoft thing. They always do
Yeah,
that with
I just
the
don't like
Assassin's
it.
Creed
Oh,
games.
Yeah, I
God.
just don't like it. It drives me nuts. It's very
It's so
it's not terrible. I could probably manage,
generic.
but I do like it. The face buttons actually being my attack better, and it's nice they give you the option to change whatever you want. So, I mean, I don't care if they
Yeah.
default it as long as you give me the option to change it. So I can't even complain. Moving into Cyberpunk, you mentioned that. I have not touched it other than the first 3 times I think I played it, and it screwed up one of my saves, and I was like, F that, not doing that again. I'm gonna wait until that's all fixed because I don't like wasting time.
I'm not playing that game
As soon as
until the XX version.
It
man.
sucks.
I refunded that shit fast.
I have it on PC, so it's workable and it works. I have a good graphics card. I've got a good PC, but it still
Really?
just was a
Okay.
mess. A
I
lot
thought you
of
got it
different
on
problems.
console.
No, this is on PC. I had a save file. It saved.
Yeah.
I came back 2 hours later, and it's at a spot I wasn't even standing in, and it saved me there. I have no idea. I was like behind a fence. I was like, I've never been in this area. And this isn't like a save. It saves a save point. It saves where you're standing, like in Skyrim or something. So I don't know.
Oh,
So that
I know.
threw me off.
I've had some weird. Oh God, I think one of the most uncomfortable moments in that game. So especially when I play single player games or like story driven games,
Mhm.
I'm really into it. Like I have the headsets on, the lights are dim. I may have a glass of wine. Like everything is very mood lighting for me. Okay, I have to get into it to get into these things. And Cyberpunk's story is really sad, amazing. And then all of a sudden, the character walks through me, and I see all her faces, and I literally go, "Ah!" And I totally throws you out.
The very beginning of the game, like depending on which route you take from your path and stuff, I can't remember which one. I picked the city kit, I think. And there's a scene where there's police officers coming to arrest. I don't want to spoil stuff, but arrest people. And it's pretty serious. And I was like, oh my gosh. And all of a sudden, the car just flew out of the parking garage. It just took off. Nobody was even in it. It was a serious scene. Go, what are you going to do? And I'm like making a decision. And all of a sudden, the car just goes. And I'm like completely taken out of this serious thing. And I was like, bro, your car just took off and you're trying to arrest me? Like, I don't know. It was just.
That's the problem.
That
The
happened a
game is
lot.
So serious, man.
It just sucked.
Like
So
the themes of the game are
Couldn't do it.
so serious, and then just completely out of game glitch just throws me out. I'm like, no.
yeah, there's that lady that works for the government or whatever. I don't remember what her name is, but like she's like talking
the
to you.
Militech girl.
Yeah, she's like some hardcore, and she's got her like heels on, and she's all like serious, like
Proud. Yeah. I
yeah.
love
I'm
her.
like, oh, I'm looking. Her model's really good, and I was like, wow, this is impressive. And she goes, you have a decision to make.
Yeah.
And she gets in the car, and the car drives and turns right through the wall. I was like, this is so like I was so like into this moment, and I completely taken off when the van drove through the wall. Like, nope, this is fake now. So yeah,
Right? That's exactly
total pause
the
on
theme
there.
of that game.
Total pause
Gets
on
you
that.
in, and then some dumb shit happens.
Ugh.
One time I saved in a car chase.
Mhm.
I was in the passenger seat, and the girl next to me, Pan Am, was driving, and we went into like a tunneled area, but I died in the gunfight that ensued. But when it respawned, I spawned in through her eyes.
Yeah,
Didn't even spawn in through
it's
like
just so
I
bad.
looked over to my character, and my character model was like all weirdly polygons because you're not supposed to see them like that.
That's pathetic.
Oh, And then when she parked and got out of the car, it transitioned into me for like 10 deaths.
Oh,
It was awful.
yeah. So I'm done with that game for
like
now.
my most hated one.
I put a pause and I'm coming back later. On
I'm
a
coming back
positive note, have you guys played this game? Let's see if you guys can guess it. It's a Paper Mario clone. I don't even know if I've mentioned this on this show before. It came out in 2019. It looks like Paper Mario, the original 2. It plays like it. It has similar
Fables.
Yes. Bug freaking Fables. I finished that game today with like 45 hours in it, and that game is incredible. You guys need to play this game.
Really?
If you've liked the first 2 Paper Mario games, you have the medals that you get, which is just like the badges. You've got there's 3 people in your party, and there's a 4th secret member you can unlock. The writing is really funny and humorous, which made me laugh. The combat is a lot of fun and strategic. There's like, I was at the final boss, and it's like, would you like to continue or do you want to go back? And I was like, let me just look and see if there's stuff I could do. I go online. I went to like 3 or 4 different hidden areas I had no idea I could go to. I unlocked another ability, which it wasn't even required to finish the game with the ability, but I got an ability to drop ice and freeze water in front of me. I had there's just so much to do in this game. It blew my mind. You guys definitely have to check this out if you like those. Bug Fables. The game, I played it on Switch, which I highly getting it on Switch if you have it. On this, it looks beautiful. It's probably the best looking Switch game I've played on the handheld, because I played it almost exclusively through handheld on my Lite. And
you played it on handheld?
It runs great. There's like no load times. It's a very simple looking game, but it's not simple like 8-bit graphics. It's like simple because it's like flat images, but it's still, you're in a 3D world. So it's not like it's a 2D world and you can go 3D, you can go forward and back, and it's a full open world. But there's just a lot to do, and I cannot say enough good stuff about that game. I played it every night for the last probably 6 months, just a little bit by little bit. But the last 2 weeks, I literally just grabbed my Switch Lite from my bedroom and just laid on the couch and played it, and it was a lot of fun. So please all try that. I beg you all. It's well worth your time.
Yeah, it is. I've not finished it, but I did play maybe 35 minutes into it. It's really good. If you like Paper Mario on N64 or GameCube,
it's so good.
It is like an homage to that.
I think it's better than that in Mario, because I think Mario was pretty straightforward, and there were still some stuff you could do. I just think this game feels bigger to me. Granted, I haven't played Super Mario or Paper Mario. God, I keep calling it something different every time. I haven't played Paper Mario since like 99 or 2000, whenever it was released. So it's been a while. My mind might be remembering it differently, but this game was great. And the very last bit of time I had through the last couple of weeks was all spent in Shadowlands. I've been playing a ton of WoW. Well, kind of WoW/Hearthstone, because whenever I'm waiting for something in WoW, I'm playing Hearthstone. So that's basically where all my time went. Who's playing Shadowlands and who's not? I know, Mike, you're playing. I know Jacob keeps mentioning he's still playing. I know Steve's playing. Alex and Zahi, are you two playing Shadowlands? Ouch.
No, like I said, I'm playing Final Fantasy 11.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you then, Mike. So what's your item level right now? Where are you at?
I'm 198, I think.
Oh, okay, we're tied. I'm 190. Oh no, I'm 199. Suck it. I just got to 199 this week.
It's all right.
I'm hopefully. I've been doing a lot of PvP, and I'm just leveling up my gear through that. And I'm never a PvP guy, but I'm getting so obsessed with PvP. Like, I've been doing 3s and rated, and we're doing pretty good. We got up to, I think, 1400 was our highest score we were able to do for a PvP rating.
Oh, nice.
And I'm running it as a resto shaman, and I'm killing it. I'm learning a lot. I've been watching videos online, but it's like PvP is a totally different game than like PvE stuff.
Oh, easily.
It's
I've been doing I've been
so
a little
different.
bit of everything. I raid twice a week. I do PvP. I don't really do battlegrounds anymore.
Yeah, I'm doing mostly just arenas.
Mythics.
I like arenas going by quick. I've been doing some mythics. I've only done mythic like 0 as the base. I haven't done any keystone stuff yet. And then,
really?
And raids, yeah. I've only done LFR. I haven't done like anything past just what they have for the first wing. So
we're running our last 3 bosses tonight.
I want to do that. I just got to find the right group to do it with. You guys are all alliance,
Well.
so I can't play with you guys.
Oh, that's why I was gonna say,
would
well,
love
you're
to
more than
do it.
welcome.
No,
to
I
hop
know.
in,
I
but
would have
never mind.
invited myself to play with you guys, but I can't.
Yeah.
Because Chris keeps telling me, my brother, who's friends with Mike also, he's like, go come play. And I log on, and he goes, oh, I forgot your horde. I'm like, you didn't remember? We both logged on to play, and you just remember we can't play together now? So,
Wait,
it
you
just
can't
sucks.
play at all, even though you're Alliance or Horde?
No, if he's horde, or
Not
if
with
he's
each
alliance
other.
and I'm horde, you can't do anything. You're enemies. You hate each other, basically. Yeah, it sucks.
If I found his character, if we're on the same
Yeah,
server,
we
I
can
could
look at
kill
each
him.
other.
But
Or wave at each other if you have war mode off. Yeah. One last thing I have in my last note. Had anybody watch over the last week the GDQ stuff for Games Done Quick over the last week?
no, I just watched reruns of Majora's Mask from GDQ.
So I watched. I was not really familiar with this event until the last one, which was in the summer, and I got notifications on
familiar with
Twitch
that.
it was coming back. It's people that are just speedrunning games, and they do it usually
For
live
charity,
for
usually.
charity. Yep. So I just leave it on while I was working in my office and just kind of was glancing up every once in a while between meetings. But the one thing that really, really caught my attention, that blew my mind, and I didn't even know this was a thing people do, but this guy completed Super Mario 64 blindfolded. And it blew my freaking mind. You guys need to go look this up.
I've watched blindfold runs
I
on games.
couldn't
I've
believe-
watched a few.
I had no idea that was a thing.
What?
He has to. Yeah, I kid you not, Zahi. After the show or whenever you can, look this up. He literally memorizes where the footsteps are, and he listens really carefully to when he runs up against a wall and does backflips, and then he gets I think 16 stars, which you need to get to complete the boss or to get to the Bowser bosses. Excuse me, and then takes them all out, blindfolded, completely blind. It's insane. So I watched
one the other. It
that
wasn't
whole
part of,
thing, and it was crazy.
it wasn't part of Games Done Quick, but I saw a guy who on stream beat the adventure mode in Super Smash Bros. Melee blindfolded.
Jesus.
Like like how you had like the levels and everything.
Yeah,
and,
I
like,
don't.
managed to
How
beat
many-
it blindfolded. It was insane.
How many thousands of hours do you think these people have
Oh,
spent?
wait,
just-
one stock
What? No. How?
on very easy.
What?
Okay.
But one stock.
Still, that's wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean,
I'm gonna link
the,
you
That's nuts.
if you
The
like.
hardest level he had. The hardest level he had was the Ice Climbers one because I don't know if you guys remember Melee, but the Ice Climbers level it goes up randomly.
Uh-huh. So how does
Yeah.
that go?
Apparently it's not super random. It goes to the song that is playing. And so he was like, I'm really hoping I get the slower song so that I can time my jumps better to get to the top. It was ridiculous. Like I was like, you're gaming on a whole other level than what I understand gaming to be.
I don't even get it. I'm like, why would you do this? Go do something else. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
That's,
right?
I mean, the amount of
Talk about that
satisfaction, I
muscle
guess,
memory,
but damn, I just couldn't
This
do
is
it.
a good one. I linked up. It's not as impressive as that, but it's pretty fun to watch. Where basically they'll get like a group, and it's all of the Super Mario 64 online, and they'll have like 10 versus like 1. So they have like just 10 normal YouTubers against one speedrunner, and the goal is to try and get all 120 stars before the other person.
Jesus.
And
that's
like, but
insane.
they're all in the same game. Like they're all like you see like 10 like different Toads in one person's Mario.
Toads.
And they're all in the same like double, but they can all each go to different levels at once, and they just try and like beat the speedrunner. Sometimes they beat them, sometimes they don't.
That's insane. I was blown
Yeah.
away by it. And there was a lot of random challenges and stuff people did for that, but that was cool. Okay, so I'm gonna do I also have something else to add, but I'm gonna let Alex go first because then I wanna show. I made a purchase which I hinted at the beginning of the show that I want to share and get people.
I never went yet.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
if
you
I
didn't
can.
go? You're right because Alex
Yeah,
went
you gotta-
first.
you gotta give Mike a chance.
Damn,
Yeah.
Mike, I'm
Just like,
sorry.
wait,
You guys had a lot to say the past
It's
couple
not
weeks.
just a pretty.
I'm trying to speak
That's
so
just a pretty
much.
face. He's got stuff to say.
Definitely is
All right.
though, but not just.
We
that.
saved best for last. Mike, what did you do the last couple of
Big
weeks?
Mike,
Down.
baby.
I'm about to drop. So I have basically
Mike.
exclusively just been playing
Yes,
Shadowlands. So
Yeah.
yeah, PS5. No, I haven't played
Come
PS5
on.
since Miles Morales, just because World of Warcraft came out and we've just been grinding. Like I said, I've been running. I run with a group twice a week, but I've just hopped into some pug groups, and just ran some random raids and stuff. I've done that, but I've been playing some arena, which is fun. I've been really getting the hang more of the Demon Hunter, which has been good.
What's your main right now? What do you like? What do you have maining and what are you alting? What do you got going on?
Demon Hunter.
So Demon Hunter.
I don't even have an alt right now.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I don't have enough time to have. I don't have enough time to alt.
That's my problem.
Alt I have is the Hunter, but
yeah, I have. So my main is my shaman. I'm going full resto, so I've been doing healing this whole thing between PvP and PvE. And I have an alt. I have an alliance priest that I want to level because shadow priests are ridiculous right now. I just can't have the time. I keep trying to get on there and level him more, and then it's like, oh, I forgot I have to do this to my other guy. I don't get to a point where I hit a brick wall and I'm like, there's nothing else I can do that will progress me. There's always something for me to do. I'm like, I gotta get my stuff for the vault. I gotta get my PvP stuff. Oh, I have to do at least one wing of the LFR so I can get that and for my vault. Oh, I didn't do my mall dailies today. I gotta go do that. Oh, tour gas is gonna reset in a day. I gotta go get my tour gas stuff done. Like, it's crazy.
No,
there's and every week. Oh, the renowned stuff. I gotta catch up on that. I'm still I literally today I'm taking a shower going, I haven't got my renown up all the way to max this week. I'm stressing out. Like, I need to get that. What am I doing with my life? Like, it's just there's so much to do.
Quickly. You get renown up because if you're not buying gear from Conquest and you're doing it with Honor, once you get renown 22, you can bump them up to rank 7 now.
I'm almost there. I think I've got one more to get. I think I'm actually there now. After I did
once I get to all that, I'll be over 200.
Yeah, because I've been doing the weekly, because there's like a weekly raid one or dungeon, and then there's the PvP ones that you get. So I try to do those every week.
Yeah,
it's just a lot.
No, I get every, and I've been getting good drops. But
what's your legendary item at? What item level?
So I still need to finish rank one, or I still need to finish the raid. I need to beat the Stone Legion generals because my best memory is through that. So I just have a rank 1 legendary. I got it when we were leveling up just to get the 190 piece, but it's nothing right now. But I'm already saving enough soul ash to where I just bought the rank 2 like right away. So
yeah, I got lucky.
Hopefully after tonight it'll be 210.
My best memory is one from Tour Gas, and it dropped on my one of my random runs, and I got it. So I have mine's 235 I got, and I was like,
nice.
And mine's a cloak piece, so for whatever reason the actual item piece you have to have is a lot cheaper in the auction house. So I think it was only 40,000 versus some of these others like 250,000 gold. So
yeah, mine's a wrist, but it's gonna be
your item level's gonna shoot to the roof though when you replace that. If you're already where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So no, it's been.
Look at those two guys.
But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
What are they talking about?
That's what I'm doing tonight at 8:30. We're going.
Guys gotta play. You guys, this game is so good. This is probably my favorite expansion
It's really
so far.
Good.
Like there is so much to do, and I'm so intrigued by what's gonna be happening because there is just, and it's not boring content. There's only like very few things where I really go, oh, I really don't like this, and I really don't want, but like.
I didn't like Torghast at first, but I like it now.
I'm liking it more and more because it like I feel like they've added some new things. I switched because I used to do it for a heal spec and it wasn't very fun. Now I'm doing it as a DPS spec with Elemental. When I switched to that, and it's a lot more fun. I don't love them all, but I'm okay with it being the way it is for right now. I just think the rewards you get from doing them all stuff, like the quests and stuff, are just not very good.
I don't even waste my time with them all.
Because
I'm not kidding. I don't do any of that. I don't get anything in the mall. I don't care.
I've wanted to get back into WoW so long, but I haven't played in so long that it's now to the point where I'm like it's not getting back into WoW, it's restarting WoW.
Well, this is the best thing to do because you don't have to start from the beginning. If you buy Shadowlands, it's just basically buying a game, and they give you level 50 character right off the bat. If you buy, there's 3 versions. You can buy. I think the first version of the game is $40 maybe. This is all US dollars, so it doesn't mean nothing to you guys, but it's the cheapest version. You can get it without
it's like 800
yeah, so 800 Canadian.
There's three levels. Level 1 is just the game, no character boost. Level 2 is the game with a character boost and like a free something stupid, and then there's like the Grandmaster, which is a bunch of like transmog, cosmetic stuff. So if you buy at least that middle tier, which is I think it's $60 or $50 or $60 US, or probably $7. It's like a regular price game, so whatever that is for you guys, like $70, $80, something like that. It's well worth your time. And you will start off on equal playing level with everybody else at that point. It's not like you have to go through all these expansions and catch up like you used to. You literally just start off with everybody. You literally get an item just by doing the quests, and then you go through world quests, and then you can do PvP, you can do through random dungeons, you can start doing raids. Like, you can get caught up quick, too. So it's not like you're going to be far, far behind. Like, you're time gated less versus, like, Mike and I, who are at the, where we're at right now, where we have to wait every week for the new content to come out. So I just can't say enough good stuff about it.
I don't know if you can tell behind me, I got the
I can see all of them.
boxes as far as I got. So, like, Mists of Pandaria is the last one. That's where I stopped playing.
Well, you know what? You missed out on a couple bad ones. Warlords ain't so great. Legion, I wish you were there for that one. Legion was good, but you missed BFA, which is my least favorite expansion I've ever played.
It was terrible.
And now you're back to the best. So get in there. And this is what I keep telling all my friends. They're like, I don't know. I'm like, this is the time you want to play. You can decide not to play it later when things get stale and another, like, 6 months to a year when they're not releasing new stuff. But right now is the prime time to do it. And you've got friends that are playing with it. Come play with me and my friend Jeff, or be in the Alliance with Mike and then play with them. But the Horde is where it's at. I'm telling you, like,
I've always been a Horde player.
Perfect. Well, then come play with me.
I have an Alliance character to do their side of things, but, like, it was mostly, like, my main was my Horde guy. It's a very good pitch. I keep saying, but I'm like, I like Final Fantasy.
It is.
Right, and like that game still has a subscription fee.
Yeah, so but that game's like 40,000 years old. It'll be around another 15 years. Play it later.
Yeah.
Why don't you beat it and then hop into Shadowlands? That can be your next game. It'll still be here.
I think I might as well wait for the next WoW expansion at that point because
just come.
11 has like 13 expansions.
Oh man, I can't tell you how much fun I'm having with Shadowlands. It's
really
like you ever get that game where it's like you're working, and while you're working, all you can think about is playing games after work. Like that excitement.
Yeah, I'm constantly looking
stuff up and videos.
All sorts of comps.
It's like a whole thing. Yeah.
That was Breath of the Wild for me this past 2 weeks.
And now that's over. You've got all the shit. You've collected it, so you're done.
Yeah.
Now, the community for WoW is just so big, and there's so many videos. I watched one guy who's specific to just making Resto Shaman PvP stuff. So I watch all those. Then I'm doing Resto Shaman PvE build, and I'm just watching videos. I do the tier rankings I'm watching every week, like who's getting, and the nerfs come out and the hot fixes. I'm like, I can't wait to see what's going on every week. Like, it's just so much fun. Alex, you've got to jump in here.
You're selling me.
They've done a really good job.
I'll think about it.
Well, don't wait too long, because if you'll get to a point where the game will start dying out. And right now it's fun because everybody's playing, and when everyone's in there, it's fun. As soon as things start to trickle out and the only people that are there are the masterminds that do nothing but play WoW, and they literally have no lives whatsoever and just eat at their desks and wear diapers, then it's not fun for us, because then we'll never be caught up, because I like using a toilet. So
that's your problem.
Yeah.
That's why you're always going to stay as an amateur.
I'll never be good enough because I don't like shitting in my chair.
in my pants.
In my pants. Until next week, I'm like, guys, diapers are the best.
Yeah. Listen, forget everything I said about
everything
diapers.
I said. Okay, I was a freaking fool, you guys. Diapers rock. Just soil yourself, seriously. Best you can do.
It's like the next level of gaming. Like, I am just...
I don't think I played anything else. Yeah. So I don't think I played.
Yeah, look at Mike. Mike's literally living the dream.
Yeah. So,
and he's got children, and he can still be this good. Come on, Alex, you have no excuse. Nothing.
That's true. I have.
All right, so Mike, we'll hand it back to you if you have anything else to add. That
was it. I got no other. I have been playing nothing but World of Warcraft.
Okay. I just got so excited, so I'm sorry.
It's such a good game.
Got really excited, buddy.
It's good. All right.
So, I wanted to spend. Oh, go ahead.
No. I want to steal the show for a minute because I want to share something and do Kevin's show and tell, because you always get me excited. Okay, I'm gonna try to go kind of quickly, but so for Christmas, my wife got me a present. She got me a Oculus Quest 2, and this thing has changed like my whole idea of VR gaming, because to me VR gaming was a gimmicky little piece of crap that I didn't like and made me sick. And I got all that from the PSVR. And the PSVR is a very mediocre, low-end mediocre VR headset that is affordable and simple. And until now, I didn't think there was something that was going to change my mind about VR until this, because I'm gonna give you a quick history. PSVR, I played Beat Saber, which is totally fine in that, works great, and then I have Borderlands 2, and I played it for about 6 minutes, and I almost threw up. So that was the end of VR for me because, I can't get my VR to work on my PSVR anymore, so I've just given up on it altogether. So now I get this thing, and I go, oh, this is kind of neat. I don't know, am I gonna get sick? And I'm trying to be nice. My wife's getting this for me, and I put it on, and I'm like, well, if I was gonna get a VR headset, and I was talking about this with her, and we know I wanted this one because I don't have to connect it to my computer. I don't have to have wires. It's completely wireless, right? And it's super affordable, which is also, this one's $300. I have the lower end, which is just smaller storage. You get 64 gigs versus the 256, which I actually just bought the 256 one, so funny story there. Anyway, so I started playing these random games, and it was during the Christmas sales they had all going on, the holiday stuff. So I just kept buying stuff. I bought the Walking Dead game. I tried that out, and holy crap, that was like, it's like a real game. It's not just like a gimmicky, like stand still and shoot things. Like you move around. I didn't get sick. I was doing like the flicking thing where you throw a ball and it moves you there. And I was like, okay, let me try the locomotion where you're moving. And the refresh rate is at 90 hertz on this for the way I was playing it. And I didn't get sick. It didn't bother me at all. And I don't know if it's just the better resolution, the refresh rate, or I'm just getting better about being sick in VR. I don't know, but I was able to walk around myself, and it is so cool. Like, blowing my mind.
Like
sitting
down when you play or standing up?
Have you played Phasmophobia yet?
I've done both. I have not. I'm getting there. This will lead into my Steam VR stuff. Don't you worry. So, I've done standing up and sitting down. So I get the controllers, and you can put stationary mode or standing. So I've done both. And because it's a wireless headset, I can take this into bigger areas of my house where I have more space. So my living room, I got a little bit more area. You draw a border with like your controller on the ground, and it just, if you walk outside of it, it puts the cameras on the headset, and you'll see where you're at. It just shows you like you're looking through glasses. It's so neat. So moving forward past all that, tons of games. I don't want to get into everyone. I'll talk about those in the weeks coming because I'm still going through them slowly because I bought like probably $400 worth of games.
Oh my gosh!
With all my gift cards I got for Christmas, so it was like a perfect timing. So I felt like, oh, it's just Christmas gift cards. I'll spend money. It doesn't matter. Then you can hook this headset up to a PC and take advantage of it. Because when you play it just with the headset, the graphics are they're okay. They're good. It's like your phone basically. But when you plug this into your computer, and if you got a gaming VR ready computer, all of a sudden you can take advantage of all the stuff in the Oculus Link store, which is the store that the Oculus Rift uses, and I think there's another headset they had before that. What was it called?
It's the Rift S.
Rift S, and I think Rift and Rift S. Is that what the differences of them are?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so you can play all the games from that store in your headset, but using the power of your computer. And this has a higher resolution than the Rift, so this is already a better headset at a cheaper price. Additionally. Everything that
can you play PlayStation?
No, that is the one store that you can't touch the PlayStation stuff. That's because Sony keeps to themselves.
Yeah. I was so curious.
Yeah.
That was all.
I kind of wish I could because I feel like I like some of these PlayStation games I'd like to play in here, but I just no, they don't allow that.
Yeah, exactly.
Then taking it a step further, there's a thing called Side Quest, which is like a very simple I want to say jailbreaking, but it's not anywhere near that complex. It's literally like you click 2 buttons and you log in with it. You just say, I'd like to be like a developer account, and it lets you have more access to it. So it took me less than 5 minutes, and I was able to install the Side Quest thing, which is like another launcher on your computer. And you have access to a ton more games and all this stuff. And then it gives you the ability to just do crazy, batshit crazy stuff. I can now play my games from my computer wirelessly. So streaming them from my computer to my headset, and I've had no lag. Now I can play stuff from Steam VR, so I was able to play Half-Life Alyx, which blew my mind. That game's insanely different than everything I played. It just played just like I would be if I was connected to the computer or if I had, one of their headsets that worked with it. Yeah, I can't say enough good stuff about this. I've actually I played a lot of the gimmicky stuff that I always thought was just kind of like, yeah, I'll never play. I don't want to buy a headset for that stuff, but because I have one now to play other stuff, I'll play the gimmicky stuff. So like Super Hot, have you guys played that before? Like outside of VR?
Yeah,
it's like an okay game outside of VR. You play it in VR.
you told us that you had your mom.
Oh yeah. So you can
How
cast
did you
it.
like it, man?
Oh my gosh, you can cast what the person's seeing in the headset to a Chromecast or whatever. So my mom's sitting on the couch behind me. I'm playing Hearthstone on my computer and she has no idea. I'm just like half paying attention to her, and I can kind of see on the screen above me what she's seeing, and she's freaking out. And it was just so neat to see like this world that she's in, and she's solving puzzles and all that. And like it's so perfect. It just works, and I cannot stress how cool of a device this is. You guys, you've got to get your hands on it. Even if you don't have a gaming computer for it, still well worth $300. If you can find them, they're very hard to find right now because they're selling like crazy. So that's my very, very quick Quest 2 review, and I will definitely have more to talk about because every day there's a daily deal on a game, and I look at it.
Review?
What's that?
Yeah.
We put that in. Let's put that in the actual review.
Yeah, can someone just type what I just
Clip
said?
this part of the show and put it in
Yeah.
there.
Because man,
I got the Rift, and it's really, I hate the fact that that you have to hardware in, and I have all the sensors and shit.
Yeah,
but
the
it's
sensors,
awesome. It's really cool.
The VR is cool itself, but like the whole setup about like what I didn't like about the PSVR was it was a whole setup. It was like I never left it all connected, and I'm
No, you
still
have to
mad. I can't
redo
find the
everything.
damn cable. I found a cable which I thought was it, and then I hook it up, it doesn't work. So apparently I don't have the cable. So I don't know, and now it's gone, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to play my PSVR again. So this, the camera, this has cameras on the damn headset. Like if you look, you can see the little
Yeah, it's
like,
got all the
divots.
sensors.
So you don't have to put shit around my. I've got friends who've got what's the expensive Valve one, the Index, and they have to put like, I think that's when they have the cameras, like they mount them across the room, and there's all this, and
Yeah,
like it looks cool and it's all this stuff, but that's such a pain in the
Is
ass.
it
I'm
it's a
not-
hassle.
What's that, Zahi?
Is the device
No,
itself
because
better?
basically this.
Oh,
So
this
the
one,
sensors are in the headset.
Yeah, the
as opposed
headset.
to
So I have cameras
externally.
on this.
So it's the same thing. It's just easier. Yeah.
I think this one has I kept doing comparisons to see like the difference between the Index, which is like the $1,000 headset, versus the Rift S, which is like a little bit more than this, and then this one, and then same thing versus the HTC Vive and stuff. The resolutions are all kind of all over the place. This is one of the higher resolutions per eye. I think the Index is a little bit higher, I think, but I can't remember. There was like because then they have resolution versus the refresh rates and all this. So, but for what this works perfect. So,
I want to play Half-Life Alyx so badly.
I
It is
definitely.
so neat.
I recommend it too.
It's
VR
neat.
is cool.
Would you say,
And
Alex?
Oculus
You've
provides a
picked a
very good one.
You've picked a good place to work with us here, because in like 20 minutes you've managed to sell me on World of Warcraft and a headset.
I'm telling Alex,
Did I-
this
Your-
headset.
Did I sell you on
Reviews
Destiny?
Yeah.
are no. you're
Get
not
the
selling me.
Quest.
That's
No,
the
no,
big-
okay.
No one will sell me.
Alex, no, get this. I feel like, so you ever like hear people talk about back then when they first got on the internet and they were using like the bulletin boards and stuff back then, and they were like so cool and they had all like the cutting edge technology, but not everybody was on the internet yet. That's how I feel today. This is like technology that's cutting edge, and it's like they're still trying to figure some stuff out, and I'm in there
Yeah, but
with them.
it's still not there.
It's not completely perfect. Can't say this is 100% the greatest thing in the world because there's a little bit of weird things. I think
shakiness.
I think that the games that are available, and every day there's new stuff coming out every single day, and it's fun to try it, and it's like a little bit better every time. I mean, I Half-Life Alyx, the Walking Dead game, Arizona Sunshine. There's
Have you
games that are
played,
perfect. Like
oh my
Pistol
gosh,
Whip, I played a
what's
ton
the-
of.
What's the Elder Scrolls one? Skyrim. Have you played Skyrim?
I didn't. I was on the edge of buying it, but then I get Asgard's Wrath,
for
which I
VR?
got, which is supposed to be very similar. I haven't tried it yet, but I got that for free when it's like a purchase gift. But there is
I
so
really
like
want to try it.
there's so many videos, Alex, online of doing stuff that guys, wait, no. Guess what I played in my headset? Just take a guess.
Oh, God.
It's not one game. What's my favorite service alive?
Game Pass?
Game Pass, motherfucking Game Pass. I played it in the headset. I was able to log in. You throw the I think it's the SDK that they use for it, and you can download it to your headset, allow it to come in, and then I was able to open it up on a huge screen in here and play Game Pass on my headset. Are you kidding me? Isn't that insane? That's the kind of stuff.
The one game that I think will sell me on a headset, like you've sold me on the headset. I want this headset.
This is the one to get. There's no way I would get any other
Quest.
headset. It's so easy. My mom can use it. My mom went and bought one after she came over here and spent the night for one night, and she went home and bought the damn headset. That's how much.
I really want to play Star Wars Squadrons in VR.
Oh, I really want to play that. Oh, and the other Star Wars games are really good. I have the Vader ones in there. I bought all three in a package.
Oh, great.
Vader Immortal.
God, I wanna play
it is
Vader
so
Immortal
neat.
so
Just the
badly.
lightsaber battle alone, because you get to do these duels, these like Jedi duel things, are so cool. And they just released a newer thing, which is it's like a story-driven like Star Wars event stuff. But I haven't played it. It's new, and that's supposed to be really cool too. The reviews have been really high.
Yeah, the arcade. It's the theme park.
There's
God, I can't remember what it's
just
called.
so many things to do. Like, I could literally have a whole podcast about VR stuff, because the amount of videos I've watched. If you go to my YouTube newsfeed, it's just Warcraft, how to be a better resto shaman, and VR shit. Like, that's it. Like, that's my whole life right now.
There's a mountain climbing game. I forget what it's
I have
called.
it. It's called The Climb. It's called The Climb. Oh
That's
my
what
God.
sold me.
Okay.
When you climb and you feel like you're on a mountain.
Mike,
It's
without
crazy.
cables and stuff, I'm in my living
you
room and I
actually?
like free. I have space, and you have to like chalk your hands up, and then you climb up. And I rock climbed for like a good year and a half. So I'm like, this is like, I feel like a cool guy getting back into it, because the gyms are all closed, and I'm just like in my living room, and my arms are sore. I'm getting tired. I'm working out by doing this. I'm sweating. I can't, like, all these games. Like Pistol Whip is a game that I keep playing. I mentioned a few minutes ago. Your guy is like constantly moving, and you have to shoot people if they're coming at you, but you have to like move from the bullets and stuff and do it. I'm sweating, and I know I'm very out of shape, so the sweat's a little bit excessive. But man, I am burning calories doing this stuff. Beat Saber. I could just keep going and going, and the amount of games. And I'm not just limited to the one store on the headset with that links to your phone. Like, I can play the stuff for the Oculus Link store, which on my computer. I have Steam VR. I bought
VR.
During the Steam sale, I just bought a bunch of Steam games, and I can plug my headset into my computer and play them running off my computer where it looks great, or I can stream them and sit wherever I want in my house and just stream it to it. It just works. That's it. Last thing I think was really cool. I was able to do this. No, okay. So this thing blew my mind, and I probably should try to stream this somehow so I could show you, because it's so hard for anyone to see outside of the headset. But I was talking to my mom, my brother, and some other people on a Discord call, and no, it was just my mom. She was playing House Flipper because she wanted to play a game, and I figured that would be something easy she could figure out. So I'm just like sitting here watching her play House Flipper. I'm kind of getting bored. And I put my headset on, and I use that side quest app that I was telling you guys about. And all of a sudden, it puts me in a different room, and I see a monitor in front of me, and I'm in some like random room, and on the screen is my mom's like shared screen playing the game. So I was able to like watch her play this game and talk to her and help her. And I kept changing my environment. All of a sudden, I was in a movie theater. Then I went to an apartment in New York, and I look outside, and there's a live view of what's going on outside this apartment. Live traffic coming by. And I'm just like so enthralled by what's going on. I went into, you can go into a space thing where it's like a whole space world. There's so many things I've done over the last couple weeks. I just cannot like stop. Oh, okay. Last
I've
thing.
opened the tab. I've opened the tab, and I'm shopping right now. Like,
It's
you've got
so
me.
so
You got
cool.
me convinced.
Mike, have you played Rec Room at all? Okay,
No, I
so
have
this thing got me so giddy and like freaked out, because this thing has a microphone built in it and like a speaker, right? So you go to these places. Oh, I forgot. I have to tell you something about Pokemon too. That, Alex, you're gonna lose your shit over this one. So I go to this thing called Rec Room,
Oh, God.
and it's a free app, and inside of it is a bunch of like custom made maps and stuff you can go to. So it's like people can make things, and they have like a couple standard ones. So they have one where it's like a medieval like themed thing. You're like in a high school, but like medieval monsters are attacking you, and you and like three other friends go through this like kind of horde mode type thing, but you have to get through the level, and you get to use different weapons. You can do bow and arrow, you can do double swords, one sword and a shield, an axe, a bunch of things, and then you talk to these people. So I ended up in this room with these three Brits, and they're just killing it. They're laughing at me, I'm laughing at them, we're talking to each other. and they're like, British accent, like, oh, the American boy can't keep up. Come on, buddy. Come on, American. And they're making fun of me. And it was just great. I thought that was just the funniest thing in the world.
Fun.
And we got to the end, and then you have to take your thing and high five everybody in the end to continue. Or it's a fist bump. It's a fist bump. And it's just so different than what you're used to, and so well done. Okay, the last thing is one of the games in side quests you get. It's a Pokemon VR. You're playing through Pokemon in first person in VR, and it blew my mind how well done this is. And this is just like a side modded thing, but there's hundreds of people playing. I'm walking around and some guy's like, hey man, how's it going? Watch out for that Pokemon. There's a strong one over there. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. And we're just talking, and I'm walking around catching Pokemon, and then you go to a battle, and picture like the 3D Pokemon battles, but you're like an overhead view now, and then you pull your arm out and you have like this whole like system on your arm of things you can do, and you can press buttons to like do attacks, and you're like telling your guy. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. It was
I didn't
nuts.
know that there was a Pokemon game on VR. I'm gonna hook up my VR and play.
There are so many things. And every day there's like a deal of the day for games to purchase, and I'm like, oh, I gotta buy this. I gotta buy this. Oh, I gotta buy. Like, there's so much. And then there's stuff, like, I keep looking at what's coming out. Like, there's some really cool things that are coming out that are, like I said, these aren't like, none of these games I've never even heard of. Like, I'm reading gaming news every single day of my life. Every hour I'm looking at apps and checking news websites, and no one's talking about this stuff. I've heard about, like, the couple of, like, Half-Life Alyx, but this other VR stuff is just, it's like, I don't know why this isn't a bigger deal. These are actually really well done games. There's this game with a bird that I just bought. It was on sale, and it's blowing my mind. You literally put your arm out and you catch the bird. You can pet him, and you tell him to go attack people, and you have like a thing. You beat people up, and the bird helps you fight.
The Falconeer?
It's like that, but it's not. Excuse me, it's not called that. But it did remind me of that game. But man. So okay, yeah, that's this stuff. This headset is blown all of my expectations out of the water.
Okay, Kevin, take.
I just wish I could have you guys put it on and try it, but you guys can't come into my country and I can't come into yours, so that won't happen. But it just
you will never get this. La 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 la.
But like, and what's really neat. So okay, the battery life on the headset alone is about 2 hours ish, which is pretty good because you kind of want to break between then. But there's a battery pack and a better strap, so I'm waiting to buy it because it's sold out everywhere, which gives you, I think, another 45 minutes to an hour. And the strap has like a halo thing in the back, so it like fits a little bit more comfortably. I mean, this still works fine. I bought a new faceplate for the front, which is like
3 hours. Like, okay, 3 hours seems really.
It seems that way, but I mean, most of these games you want shorter experiences because it does get kind of hot in your face, and you don't want to be doing it for that long. But you can plug it in when you're running it through the computer, it'll work okay. So, geez, it's just so much fun. Like every waking minute, and there's this thing. This is super quick. There's this thing called big screen mode. They're playing free movies in 3D.
It's super quick.
You literally put that. There's this thing. You go to a theater and you put a headset on and they're showing a movie for free, and they were showing Transformers. I think no, it was what did I watch the other day? I watched part of. Not Inception. What's Interstellar was on, and they're playing these movies. It's in 3D. I don't know how the hell it works, but I watched a trailer for like the Bumblebee movie and the one of the Transformers movies, and you're in a theater and you can choose your seat. You just pop around and the screen gets bigger in front of you, and it's in 3D. Great sound around you. You can do it in a drive-in. You can do it by there's an environment you can sit by a campfire and there's like a pretty fire with all this beautiful graphics and you can see the movie in the background. You can talk to your friends while it's all happening. That's called big screen VR. That's a newer one. I've seen that come out.
So we started this podcast maybe like an hour and 15 minutes ago. If you would have asked me if I wanted the VR headset, I would have been like, yeah, sure, maybe. Like one day. I don't know. I haven't really done a lot of research into it. Cool. They're sold out.
I know.
I'm on the waiting list for a Quest right now.
So yeah, that's where I started. I bought the 32 gig one. So when I was doing the Christmas stuff with my wife, and she's like, "Do you want to get this one?" I was like, "Yeah, we'll get this. We'll try it." Or the 64 gig, which is the smaller. It came into stock. I bought the 256 storage one because I don't have to have it. And I'm selling this one to my sister. She's buying it now, the smaller one, because she loves it, because she's tried my mom's. So my whole family's like all VR crazy right now. And it's just so neat. And Mike, back to your thing. I have not played the Phantasma game yet, but I bought it on the Steam sale. I haven't played it yet, but I do want to try that in VR because I hear that's really cool. My brother was telling me how neat it was.
That'll be spooky. Yeah.
There's so many like the spooky games are so so they have like the every week they put like videos out and like YouTube and like video stuff, and they had one for the Notre Dame thing, like the fire that happened, and they were showing them rebuilding it, and my mom had the headset on, and I'm like, she's never been there before, and she's, mom doesn't travel, doesn't get out very often, and she's looking around and she's like, oh my God, Paris is beautiful. Oh my God. And she's very vocal, my mother. And she's just going, oh, and then it's a video. So you're just watching, you can get a full 360 view. And then the thing fades out and I can see what she's seeing because I have it casting to my TV. And it zooms out from like, there was like a guy talking, and then it, dissipates, and then it comes back. And then she's looking behind her and she looks forward, and the new view was a priest for the church sitting in front of her. So my mom goes like this. She looks behind her. It fades in and just, there's a man in front of me, and starts screaming because this priest is now talking to her, and she's screaming. I'm like, Mom, it's okay. It's a video. Oh my God, that man scared the shit out of me. I'm like, Mom, relax. She was freaking out. Mike, have you played the game? I'm watching the time. You got 10 minutes left before we have to call this. Have you played the game Richie's Plank Experience or whatever?
I haven't played much on my. I have a VR, bro, and I never use it.
You got to get into this world. There's you have to unlock it, side quest it, and do all that shit because it'll blow your freaking mind. I'm telling you. Okay, there's this game. You guys should all look this up, and there's videos. You always see like TikToks and memes of people like doing the plank thing when they walk out. So you literally get a freaking plank, and you measure it, and you put the measurements of the damn plank into the game, and you coordinate where the game starts with the plank, the beginning and the end, and it has you walk a plank to go out and grab like a piece of cake or donuts, and then below you is the city, and it is terrifying. I had my mom try this and my sister-in-law because they were over the last couple of weeks, and they're screaming, and it's scary. And then there's like a mini game you can do where you put rockets in your hands and you fly like Iron Man through the city, and it's like creepy. It was, and because it's wireless, you're so into the experience because that wire, if you have a wire on, it takes you out of it. If you're not playing like a full like RPG game and you're there for a long time, you need to have the PC power. That cord, I'm telling you, as soon as you cut the cord, it changes everything. It's a totally freeing experience because now you're just like in a world and you're not feeling like you're gonna choke yourself by accident because of a cable. It's totally different. Oh man,
I can't get over like how much I am now like. I don't just want a VR headset. Like I need a VR headset right now. Like,
there's these like
out on this whole experience.
There's VR like there's I had no idea I was missing out on this many games that are like good games. Like I started like because I did the same thing else. I'd see some and I'd watch a review online and like okay, it just doesn't look cool, and they're like yeah, the game's okay, but as soon as you're in a world inside the game, like that Walking Dead game is done so well. It is so freaky, and I will say, like, if you do the full locomotion, I would start by doing, like, the flick to move, or some games will have, like, you just select locations, and you do get used to it, and all the videos I've seen, it's like, you gotta get your sea legs in VR, and it does take a little while to get used to it, but your body does adjust. So if you get sick at first, I would say do it slowly and try it, because it's so neat.
VR is one of those things, like, you can't show it to someone.
You can't, and I
through YouTube.
I can openly say that that's true now. Because I always thought that it's just like I don't really. VR's not for me. It's not that fun. It is crazy the amount of stuff that you can do with this. And every day there's new stuff. There's so many new things coming out. It's so neat. You're gonna pull that cardboard thing, aren't you? Or what is that thing called?
No.
The Labo.
The Labo.
It's just so neat. There's so many things. Yeah, here's my list of games I got. Falcon Age is the game I'm talking about. Super Hot VR. I've been playing a lot of table tennis, which blows my mind. Room VR, Rec Room, Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes. That's a lot of fun. Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, Poker.
That's an amazing game. I love Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes.
Poker VR.
For those who are listening to the show, not watching it, I've got my virtual boy out.
The virtual.
He's not wrong. That is virtual. If anybody likes poker, Poker VR is so much freaking fun, and I do not know why that game is so much fun. I have no good reason why it should be as fun as it is, but it's great. I wasn't even a big poker guy, but you can talk to people, you can customize your avatar, you can put stuff on the desk and play with stuff. It is so neat. especially like a game night because another podcast I listen to, they do a game night with other like community members, and they all get in the VR and they just play poker, and they all have a riot every time. I've been playing. I got Trover Saves the Universe. I haven't tried that yet. I got all 3 Vader Immortal the episodes. I got Arizona Sunshine, Pistol Whip, The Climb, Falcon Age is the game I was talking about, Alex. That I with the bird.
Okay.
Beat Saber, I got that. Obviously, it's like you have to get it. I feel like it's just so much. Big Screen is that it's called Big Screen Beta right now, Mike. That for the movies and stuff.
Yeah,
it's just so neat, you guys. Has blown my mind, and like I get so like giddy like a child when I get this. I'm just like laughing to myself. I'll be playing in the living room. My wife's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's silly." It's just always new experiences. No, I am like a little child, like ha. It's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just shooting stuff. Like that rec room, when I was playing that medieval stuff, I had this bow and arrow. I was just going to town, and I'm shooting these little goblins in the face with like little rubber arrows, and it was so funny. There's just so much to do.
Oh man.
So anyone else?
Yeah, you're definitely making me want to plug in my.
You just got to keep trying
now.
the right
Start
stuff,
playing again.
because like, some games I did get kind of tired of. I'm like, okay, this isn't fun. But if you find like a full game where you're like in the world, it does really, it really does bring you into it. There's just so many different things. Asgard's Wrath is pretty cool. I played it, like I said, I played a little bit, like the beginning. I wouldn't say I played like the game, but the beginning tutorial thing I was in was really neat.
I feel really bad that I gotta go at 8:30 now. I feel like I'm cutting into your VR time now.
No, it's okay. I've blabbered
I
on
feel
enough.
like you could go another 2 hours.
I've blabbered on plenty here.
Well,
it's funny.
We're gonna wrap it up then. We'll leave it at that. But I do have an announcement to make, everyone. So everyone listening and everyone who watches the podcast. So we did our Game of the Year awards just before we took a bit of a break for the holidays, and I mean, if you want to go read the article and not be spoiled, just go now. So runner up was Doom Immortal. So we chose Doom Immortal as our runner-up for Game of the Year, and Animal Crossing: New Horizons ended up winning our Game of the Year. So congrats to both games. The reason I say it is we are going to be doing a special giveaway where we are giving away both. You can win a copy of, if you win, you'll get a copy of Animal Crossing: New Horizons and Doom Eternal on PS4. So check Twitter very shortly. All the details of the giveaway will be up. So this is our Game of the Year prize pack of our best Game of the Year and our runner-up for Game of the Year. So I just wanted to announce that here, and then it'll be up on Twitter shortly after the show. So if you're listening and you're like, hey, I like sweet, cuddly, cute games about doing nothing, and I like bloody, gory games about melting demon faces off, then yeah, all right, this is the giveaway for you. So
there you go.
I love how they came out
Animal
the same
Crossing
day. It just makes me so happy.
Yeah, they came out the same day too. It was
such
a very
funny thing.
Like, yeah, and like they're like both like Nintendo and Bethesda are like leaning into it so much. Like they just keep they're posting all the social media pictures of like Doom Guy and Isabelle just having a good time, and like the fans have really caught on. I love it. I love it all. So yeah, so we'll be doing a giveaway. Details are on Twitter and Facebook very soon. So look forward to that. And yeah, you might end up with the 2 best games of the year according to Link Cable Gaming. So there you go.
One thing to add that's not VR related, so don't worry, guys. I think a couple other podcasts I've listened to have done something where they talk about what they think next year's, or I guess this year's, end of the year, what game of the year would be. And do kind of like a quick, like, what do we think the big game is going to be for the year? So I think we should think about it, and then next week kind of just go what we guys think it will be. Based on what we know is coming out and what we think is just quick, just to see, and then we can go back when we get to the end of the year and be like, oh my gosh, we were way off. I think that's kind of neat. So just think about it.
It's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Just think about it. So, all right, I'll shut up now so someone else can end the show.
All right.
All right. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. Does anyone have anything else they want to try to sell me on before we get going?
No, Shadowlands is great and VR rules.
Yeah. There you go.
It.
Mix them together.
Oh my God, no, don't. I'll be divorced and alone with my headset forever. I couldn't do it.
With your headset, just in a cardboard box, but with your headset on.
Oh man. Funny. All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Well,
that
does it for us this week. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Do all the fun YouTube-y stuff if you enjoyed it. Follow us on YouTube. We post new podcasts every week. We've got our streams. Follow us. Just follow us everywhere. We're everywhere. All the
Just
links
start
are in the
following
description, or not the description, but in the bottom there. So, and send us if you guys have any questions or topics you'd like for us to discuss, send them over. We'd be happy to look at that. So we'll be back next Sunday at 7. Check out for the giveaway and stay safe. Have a good week.
All right, sounds good. See you guys.
Bye.